It's Rob from Property Investments UK, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the 7 best locations, I believe, in the Northwest that you can currently buy property, and 2 of these probably aren't on any traditional type of lists you might be currently seeing. Now, this list of locations is areas that I prefer based on 11 plus years now experience of investing in property. Not only finding properties for clients, but also having properties ourselves over a long period of time. So what the tenants have been like, what the growth has been like, what the availability of decent deals, housing stock, different strategies that you can operate in these different locations. I've invested across the whole of the Northwest. We've got properties from North Wales all the way up until North Manchester and a number of areas in between. So we've got quite a good grounding on what kind of properties, what locations are kind of working, and that's what I want to hopefully help you with in today's video, is give you an idea of the 7 key areas that I personally like to focus on now. So the first area I would say, and this is in no order of kind of preference, it's just this is the first on the list if it were, is Salford. So Salford is very close to Manchester, to the extent that you can walk into Manchester city centre from Salford. It'll take you 5 minutes because it's very close geographically in terms of the connections, I guess. But Salford as an area has still lots of growth potential. So the long-term benefits of the area, I still see a lot of potential there. The yields are also great for Manchester. So you can get some very solid rental yields in Salford, both for straightforward buy-to-lets, usually 7-8%, all the way through to more kind of HMO, higher yielding cash flowing properties. You're going to get comfortably 12% plus on those HMOs. So there's lots of potential in Salford as an area. Next up is Tameside. So the opposite side to Manchester where Salford is. Salford's going to be to your west, Tameside's going to be to your east of Manchester. And the reason why I like Tameside is, again, the rental yields are very good, but also the tenant profile is very good. You've got affordable housing there that's going to be fantastic to rent, and it'll give you a very good professional tenant profile. So Tameside's a good location to consider as well. Third location choice is Manchester Central and Manchester South. So a bit of a kind of combined location, but they offer the same benefits personally that I can see with those locations. Is the growth is fantastic at the moment. Historically, it's been very good. This year, it's been really good. Growth in terms of capital growth and also rental appreciation. So the growth aspects are there. The second reason is the tenant profile is very solid, very strong, but the yield is a little bit lower. So looking at options that are going to give you a higher rental yield are good. So serviced accommodation, fantastic in Manchester. Separate to that, looking at options that will allow you to maybe do flip projects. The resale market is fantastic in Manchester Central and South as well. So growth prospects, rental in terms of the tenant profile is very solid. Other rental strategies like serviced accommodation is also viable and possible in that location. That's why I love kind of Manchester. Number 4 on the list is Wigan. So it's an area you may or may not have heard of if you're looking at kind of the Northwest. It kind of goes under the radar a little bit, but what you'll get in Wigan is a fantastic combination of affordable housing. So it's affordable not only as an investor, but for the local housing market, which is very important. You've got a good mix of homeowner demand and buy-to-lets, rentals. So it gives you a good balance. So the growth in terms of prices is potentially there as well. And also the rental yields are very good. So it's a straightforward buy-to-let prospect. It gives very good returns, and you can run other strategies there like HMOs and other kind of rentals in that location. So you've got options with it as an area. So Wigan gives you a nice grounded all-round combination. Number 5 on the list is Chester. Now this is a fantastic location for things like serviced accommodation, things like flips. The buy and hold vanilla buy-to-let rental yields are a little bit low, what we'd hope for on our kind of portfolio. Fantastic tenant profiles and great long-term tenants, but the holding yields can be low. But if you combine that with serviced accommodation, you can get some great yields. However, separate to that, what I'd also suggest looking at is flips in Chester. The resales to homeowners is very strong. You've got a good homeowner demand in that location. So Chester gives some great opportunities for capital growth, but also great opportunities to do things like flip projects. Number 6 on the list is Warrington. So similar to Wigan in terms of the reasons why you might consider it as an area, the yields are still good, but personally I think the growth prospects in Warrington are a little bit higher than Wigan. The downside is that property prices are increasing currently to the stage where yields are getting a little bit kind of close to some other areas where it maybe offer better growth prospects than even what Warrington can currently do at the moment. So there's probably a nice short-term window in Warrington that works currently very well for a combination of rental yields, growth and resale prospects if you did want to consider that. It's a busier market than Wigan, but I'd probably say yields are currently just kind of on that cusp, so now is probably the time to look at it as an area. And number 7 on the list is Wythenshawe. So this is an area within South Manchester, past the traditional areas of South Manchester that I'd usually suggest, but from a growth perspective, it's massive. Very close to Manchester Airport, lots of infrastructure going on there, lots of development, lots of companies investing. Metrolink as well goes through Wythenshawe, so you've got easy access to Manchester city centre. House prices have gone up significantly in the last sort of 12 months. As an area, I think it's still got a lot to grow in terms of house prices, so it's a very good location currently and it's got some great potential, but it's one that kind of goes under the radar a little bit because the yields are maybe slightly higher if you go further afield, but you get still because some very solid rental yields of about 7% plus in Wythenshawe, but your growth prospects, your resale market is very strong as well, and there's a lot of infrastructure investment there, so I think as a long-term play it can look very good. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, some other alternate options if you were thinking of the northwest. Manchester's fantastic, but there are some other areas that can really help add diversity to your portfolio as well. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and hope that video helps. All the best. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating cash flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the properties you're maybe considering. And we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.